button too.
Come on. Yeah, the fabulous 8-Bit Bros program. You can check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m., Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
Time for another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. This is not a kid-friendly show. Adult language, adult content. Oh, people, it's Thursday. You know what to do. Do the right thing. Put your kids in the closet.
Welcome back. It's Thursday. Early. No, late, early. Whenever you're watching, it's either one. It's either the early edition or the late edition. We like to call it the late edition 8-Bit Bros. Center box gets the square. As
What up,
always, Render Man. To the left, me. That's me. 846 miles south in that right box is the one and only Thumping Loud. We have a guest in the house.
Oh, Jesus.
It's Santa Claus time already, Ren.
It's a little early, but,
Oh.
but I get it.
It's Halloween costume time.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So
So like, I got to tell you this story that happened to me before I disappear on you on Santa Claus here. Is it okay if I tell my story?
yeah, I was
You can
going to
tell
ask.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
get in on it.
Sorry.
I want to be in the book as a good boy, so go
Oh,
ahead, tell
so you
your
get
story,
presents?
Santa.
All right,
Yeah.
Thanks, Santa. Thanks, Ren. Yeah. So Santa was at a hotel this week in Norwalk, Connecticut. A Hilton. Can I say Hilton on this?
Sure.
radio
Sure.
show? At a Hilton Garden Inn in Norwalk, Connecticut. And while I'm there was a drunk guy, and he was just annoying. And he's like giving the desk clerk a hard time. So I ask him politely. You know Santa, he talks politely. So I ask Santa, I ask him, can you move over, please? You know, he comes over, he cold cocks Santa in the face with a closed fist. Can you believe that? He's trying to punch me, but he was so drunk he couldn't even really connect very well. Santa had to choke the guy out, throw him on the ground, and throw him in a hold. And would you believe not one person got a video from me?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, can we hack into the surveillance camera there?
Well, it's quite possible.
You know
Hey,
what I mean?
Santa,
We
you
should-
Santa, you got the inside track on that. You should let us know whether we can get in on that.
Here, I can hear Mr. Thumb. What did you say,
I
Thumb?
said you're the one with the inside track on that security video, so we need to talk to you about whether or not we can get hold of that.
I gotta get my elves to be cracking that code.
You got them nerdy elves. Come on, bro.
Yeah, no, right? Get them to crack that code. So what's on the 8-Bit Bro agenda for this evening? Do we have a theme?
Yeah,
Little fantasy football, little football.
I'm gonna talk about football. I've
You
got a
wanna talk
couple
little
of
football?
I got a couple of things I want to bring up, and I know one of them will turn into a conversation.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, I don't know if Santa wants to partake in that, but
Well, actually, Santa's going to disappear. He's got to go back to the North Pole.
Oh,
But I hear my friend John G might come back.
oh, see, maybe we'll save that
Alright.
for
We'll
too.
save that for. Probably save that for G then.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's up his alley.
Yeah, he'll probably be here after the first break, which I hear you guys break a lot, like every 5 minutes or something like that.
Well,
Oh, well, time for the 8-Bit Bros.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Good evening. Anyway,
Do you like?
thanks for letting me stop in.
Yeah, Santa.
Oh, you know you're always welcome.
He's not a fan. I could tell.
And
Actually, said I want to say that this is Santa.
You know,
This wouldn't be the
My
first.
marketing, and I have to start my marketing now. I can't market 2 days before Christmas.
well, yeah. I mean,
You
this
know?
way you can. If you need to hire
You
new
know?
elves, there's a lot of.
If
little
you're a good
people.
boy, I might even let you come on the Santa report with me in November.
Ooh.
You know that?
Ooh, you have to be a good boy.
He's like totally
But
blowing
yeah,
me the
because
fuck off.
no, he's
He is.
he's doing his thing over there, or either that, or he's sexting the baby. The one.
Yeah, he's probably trying to make money on this football thing.
Nah, that's this weekend.
That's this weekend. Okay.
All right.
All right.
No, I
well,
have priorities. I have things I need to do over here, Santa.
Yeah, you have a job.
Why don't you talk to your other brethren and be like, where's the intern?
Where's the intern?
And
Actually,
interns would be
I
good
thought the
right
intern
now.
was supposed to be here today, but I don't know where he is. So we'll have to find him.
That kind of sucks.
Anyway.
Sorry, we thought you were the intern there, Ren.
Oh. All right, I'm
Show
out.
creator, intern, producer.
On that note, I'm
Yeah,
out.
yeah, man of many hats.
Thank you, Santa.
Thanks, Santa. Ho ho ho.
Thanks for humoring me, Ren.
Bah, humbug. That's what he wanted to say, but
Come talk to me after the 31st.
damn.
Yeah, we can skip Thanksgiving. That doesn't count in most countries, just America.
Of December?
Ho 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 ho. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Be nice to Santa.
I was nice to Santa. He doesn't hear this shit. It's cool.
Okay, if you say so. Watch out. He hears everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he is Santa.
So, did you read, see, hear, follow,
See,
catch
hear-
the tweet, the viral video of the funeral?
Of Biggie? I thought that happened years ago.
No. Okay, so this this dude guy dies. It's an Irish funeral for
Oh, sorry for your trouble.
Defense Forces veteran. Shea Bradley is his name. And as they're lowering the coffin into the ground, all of a sudden you hear, "Hello, hello, let me out. Where the fuck am I? Let me out, let me out. It's fucking dark in here. Is that a priest? I can hear. Is that a priest? This is Shea. I'm in a box, and no, I'm fucking right in front of you. I'm dead." The guy had one of his family members. They pre-planned this, and he put a recording device or playback device in the fucking coffin with him. And set
Oh,
it-
I did see something
Set
about
on-
that.
And as they were lowering it down in the fucking ground, people started freaking out. I mean, they thought it was funny, but he was a real prankster and thought that
Apparently,
he'd rather have his family be laughing at his funeral than crying.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
well,
Oh,
that's
I kn-
nice of him.
Fucking worked. The video went viral. I mean, it's got, I don't know, got to be over 1 million views now and well over 20,000 likes.
Yeah, I had saw something about a pranking fella at his funeral, but it was like prank at a funeral. I was like, I'm gonna leave this one alone for right now.
It's a brilliant idea. That's something I would try and do.
Mm.
Definitely a brilliant idea.
So, Webbio, write that one down.
Yeah.
Save it for another 20 years where no one will remember this viral video
Right.
and do it himself.
Exactly. Oh, that was close.
I was gonna
Right.
say, can we just go ahead and say that you won't see a funeral? We're gonna cremate you now instead.
Actually,
Yeah. Oh, is that going in the oven and burn it? Burn it.
Fox News already has dibs on it.
Fuck Fox News.
Fox Sports. Whoever copies all my
Oh,
games.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's already happened.
It's already going to happen. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, they just started recording this.
You're
skit.
you're late now.
Yeah, they've
Well.
just started recording this
Okay.
to make sure.
No, idiot.
Get it? See what it did there?
You've got no arms, no legs.
Not dead yet. Oh, it's merely a flesh wound. Merely a flesh wound. Here's another interesting story, and I think you might fucking like this. The police in San Francisco
Nope,
received a
don't like it.
they received a letter in
Next.
2013, and they dismissed the letter.
Okay.
Put it in a drawer and dismissed it. Well, turns out
Because
somebody
it
got
said some outlandish bullshit.
no. This is quite interesting. It turns out somebody got their hands on this letter and sent it to a newspaper, and they started doing a little investigation. And then the police were like, "Oh, wait a second. Maybe we should look back into this." The letter was from a guy, two brothers actually, who said, "Hi, it's me. Remember me? I escaped from Alcatraz in 1951 or 1940, whatever the fuck it was." It's like, yeah, I'm still here. Yep.
Yeah, I did not die. Me and my buddy.
Yeah, all three of them actually. Yeah, fucking. So then the police reopened the investigation and they contacted the mother who was on her deathbed, and she turned around and said, "Oh yeah, I've been in contact with them from 1975 to 1980 something. Here's Christmas cards that they hand wrote and sent to me."
And
So-
because they had to sign for a bunch of stuff in prison, they could cross-reference all of this handwriting. So I'm sure they got their handwriting analyst on them. Like,
Yeah, so it turns out the fuckers were alive. It was one of the greatest escapes. There's a movie about it, and there's quite a few
Isn't it
documents.
called-
yeah, there's like a
Oh,
couple
greatest-
documentaries and
I don't know what the name of the movie is offhand. That I don't know.
there's a couple documentaries, couple movies made directly about the story. There's also been several other movies that have used the prison and the escape as a backdrop into their stories in a lot of movies from that.
Yeah, the last one I know of, a documentary was History Channel. That was done in like 2015 or something like that. So yeah, the family produced photographs of the two men taken in Brazil in 1975. Analyzed the handwriting. What else did she say? The father, right before Robert died, he confessed that he had been in contact with the two between the years of 63 and 87. Then the police wanted him to come back in,
Come back in where?
back to jail.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the mother even tried to negotiate, and she was like, "Well, they'll come back if they don't have to do more than a year." And the dudes are like, one guy's 90,
Like, why would you even do that?
Marshals claim that they would continue to investigate leads until proof emerged that the men are dead, or at the very least, they've reached 99 years of age, because after that, they can't do anything. I don't know why. I don't know what kind of stupid
Because a
fucking
life
rule that is.
a life sentence
It's
is
99 years.
99 years.
Yeah. 17-year investigation. And these guys are still out there. And it turns out there's a very good possibility that they were living like 20 miles from the 40 miles from Alcatraz for an extended period of time.
Well, that would have been the most logical thing to do. I mean, let's analyze this as the smarter people that we know we are here. And if you're going to do something and you want to get away with it, what is the best way to do that? Be as close to the source of investigation as possible.
Yes. This way you can monitor it.
Yeah. Well, shit, we know a bunch of people who, like, when we were growing up on Tate Street, if you wanted to go and, like, smoke a joint, the best place to go and do that was right by the police station. You and your group could sneak off, smoke a bowl, smoke a fucking joint. You'd be right there by the police station, see if anybody was coming in or out. Instead of being down hiding somewhere really weird and then walking up on you because you didn't know you didn't even know they were out.
I would like to present to all those present right now Exhibit A, 2017, New Orleans, Louisiana, walking down the street. And where did we always choose to spark America?
Well,
Yeah, right at the police
Sparkler.
station.
Right at
Yeah.
the police station.
yep. Fucked up story.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You check and make sure the cops are out or not out. Then you do what you're going to do.
Make sure they're not on the sidewalk.
Yeah, that's like, How else are you supposed to know? You gotta go. You gotta go find them.
But just in case you need them, you need to know where to look.
Yeah, and even if you don't need them,
You need to know where to look.
that's right. These are the way things work.
So the end of the letter,
Exactly.
or the very bottom of the letter, last paragraph, has a bunch of talk in it, like, "Look, I'm not doing so well. I was living in Southern California. I'm very close to where, and my health isn't good. Obviously, the guy's got cancer, and the cops were like, well, if you can come and seek medical attention if you agree to go back to jail."
Whatever, they're getting medical attention anyway. This
It's fine.
dude, they've been, yeah. Just this is hilarious that after all these years, these guys are like, all right, well, y'all ain't never caught us. Let's see if we can talk to you
Well, I think
and
the
still not get caught. And apparently, that's exactly what it is. They're like, we're still talking to you, and you still can't fucking catch us. So
and I guess the big deal of all this is for all the years of Alcatraz, it was the unescapable prison.
Right.
They had
this
like,
escape is essentially what shut that prison down, though.
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it took fucking 30 years to shut it down, but they've always claimed that anybody who ever did escape, there were 43 escape attempts
Yeah.
from Alcatraz.
And some of them were shot in the yard. Some of them died in the
Actually-
water.
Actually, believe it or not, I don't think any were actually shot because they where were you going to go? There was no point in using guns because where are you going to go?
Well, all the guard towers were.
Well, yeah, the guard towers. But what I was reading was that they never really shot any of the prisoners, or at least any of the escapees. They may have shot prisoners, but none of the escapees because where are you going to go? You got to jump in the water. And it was such turbulent water that your chances of survival are slim to none. And these guys did it in the winter, and their life expectancy in the water was no more than 20 minutes. So they just coughed it up to, well, we didn't find them, and they got to be dead. I mean, they found shit floating in the water, their belongings, stuff like that,
Right.
which made them believe that they were dead.
Yeah,
So-
because nobody would continue on without these items.
Yeah, exactly. Case closed. So, yeah, someone actually managed to truly, and here's the proof, is the letter.
Here's
Which
their deodorant. Oh, they got to be dead.
Yeah.
No-
That's a,
Nobody's going to go any further without deodorant.
that's a shoe.
that
It's gonna be
guy
hard to see him
died.
Without a shoe. He must be dead.
Yeah, that guy died.
I mean, they crafted dummies and put them in the beds.
Paper mache heads, man.
Yeah, made out of toilet paper and glue and shit like that. Everything you could find in the jail. They made a raft
Out of raincoats.
out of raincoats. Yeah.
I saw the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, all of us should know the story.
But yeah, what I found interesting is now the truth comes out after fucking 40-something years that, yeah,
They did make it. Well, this
They
is
did.
kind of what everybody thought anyway. When you looked at the situation, everybody was kind of like, they've got to be out there. There's no way that these guys did what they did. They were smart enough to do what all they did and died in the water. Nobody believed that. Nobody believed that they were, oops, oh, this is as far as we got. It was kind of, these guys were leaving and they left.
yeah.
And the cops might be able to, the prison guards might have been able to write it off, and the FBI and whoever else, I mean, like, don't know what's going on. These guys gotta be dead. Just because that's what they did. Nobody, the public at large, did not believe that these guys passed away.
Right. It's a fucked up story. I mean, we know the story
Oh,
from
it's
the movies and all that
hilarious.
shit, and always the speculation was that since no body was ever found, blah blah blah, they were out there on the lam somewhere, and like I said, the cops just shut that shit down back in the 70s. No, not possible.
Well, FBI didn't believe that there was any way that they wouldn't have found them if they didn't die.
right.
They were, and that's probably the real credit for why these guys got away for so long, is, and continued up until this day, is due to the fact of cockiness in the bureau and investigative people at the time period to be like, "There's no way we ain't found them," and
Eh,
because we do this all the time. But there's so many, like, you go through the unsolved murder files and you find out that, like, they'll write a case off. it's not impossible to get away with some shit.
This is true. I didn't want that in a new window, but obviously that's what I did. So, yeah, I thought it was a fucked up and interesting story. You know,
Oh yeah,
like,
man. That's funny that they would reach out like that.
yeah, right.
Like you figured they would have just went ahead and actually had the letter sent after they passed.
They police have had the letter since fucking 2017 or 2013.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You figure, like, if we would have done that, we would have been like, all right, we would have been like the guy playing the track going down in his grave. We'd have been like, here you go. Go ahead and turn my body over to the police with these letters. Tell them, so I finally died and figure you should know.
Right. So, this one is kind of, I guess, funny. I'm not sure how you. Storm warning, tropical storm warnings issued for parts of Louisiana from a storm that's brewing up in the Gulf of Mexico, right?
Okay.
Last week, the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino collapsed.
Yes, it did.
On Canal Street.
All right, on Canal Street, yeah. They're going to use dynamite, explosives, to take the cranes down because they're damaged. They're going to blow them up to crash them to the ground because they feel there's no way they could physically take them down in time before the storm comes.
Okay.
I mean, I get it. The place is a fucking disaster. I mean, that whole square block is pretty much cordoned off and shit, and there's debris everywhere, but dynamite.
Well, I mean, they implode buildings with it, so.
Yeah, true.
And that's their plan, is they're going to implode these cranes.
Wait, there's a storm coming?
Storm brewing.
There's a storm of brewing?
Yeah. There's a
Coming this
storm.
way?
No, actually, it's going to cut right across Virginia through Panhandle area, whatever the fuck that is in Florida, straight through and come out at Norfolk, Virginia, and go out to sea.
So why
the
are they worried
expected-
about Canal Street?
Because it's in the Gulf of Mexico and it's going to come right over Louisiana.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to get hit with a tropical storm. So they're going to blow the cranes up. Just don't know why you don't go up there and cut it down like a tree. Here goes the first 10 feet. Poof. I mean, they make saw blades to cut through steel, right?
Oh, yeah, they're called diamond.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need a diamond blade to cut through steel,
But I mean, that poor fucking hotel. 18 floors collapsed.
it's called a plasma cutter.
Plasma cutter, that's right, yeah.
It
18 fucking floors. And did you just see the video? The guy who just happened to be standing on the street corner going, oh, wow, there's the new Hard Rock, honey. That's what they're building here. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
bam.
So have they traced it back and blamed the Chinese for the steel yet?
I probably should, or they'll blame Trump because of tariffs. That way they had to buy Chinese steel. Sounds good. Complete opposite.
If it was
yeah.
because of tariffs, wouldn't you buy American steel?
Well, that is the whole point. And the steel industry in America is actually booming again. But, we got a shitty president.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
it's another conversation I almost had yesterday.
18 fucking floors of that structure collapsed.
Half.
Yeah. That's a fucking blunder and a half.
No, just only half a blunder. Because
Well-
the whole back of the building held up pretty good, even with all the shit in the front collapsing.
Somebody forgot to put in a few screws and bolts somewhere.
Yeah, man. You could tell that job was the before lunch, after lunch crew.
Right? This is what happens with Mexican labor.
No.
Trump's right.
No. You want to
No?
know? You want to know what it is?
What?
Frozen walkie drinky thing.
That could be a major problem there.
Oh, yeah.
Frozen walkie drinky thing is the culprit of why the Hard Rock collapsed.
Yeah. Two construction workers are still missing. They did recover the body of one. They believe the other two were in the rubble somewhere.
Are in the rubble.
Well, yeah, they're in
Not
the rubble.
were.
Yeah.
They still are.
Yeah, you know.
Well, they were in the building when it came down, so they are in the rubble. That's got to suck.
Unless these are the two guys that sent the letter. And this was just another way for them to continue to escape. And the reason why we only hear about 2 of them now is because the third one is the guy that got caught in the building.
It is quite possible.
Yeah.
I will ding you on that. Thinking on that one. Absolutely, I will give you that.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. And that was worthy of the points. I don't know how many it was, but
No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter.
Well, here's one for you. We just got a Radar application for Ironic Media.
yeah.
Okay.
2 questions were filled out in the entire application.
What's your name?
Over 18?
Yes.
No.
No.
Country of residence. Any guesses?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh God. Fucking Madonna.
Mumbai, India.
Yeah.
Malawi?
Malawi. Yeah.
Where's Malawi located?
India.
Isn't that Africa?
That's Africa.
Oh, okay. This
you're
is India.
close.
This is. Oh, am I?
You're close.
Chile?
No.
No.
That's South America.
Zimbabwe.
Chile is
Oh,
South America.
Can I forward that over?
A nook. A nook. Tuk, tuk. A nook. Tuk, 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 tuk.
Sorry, son. You have been rejected.
Yeah.
It's well, not over 18 anyway. So.
Yeah. That's the shame of it all. I mean, who knows?
Well, I can hire, but I have the right to reject just based on that. That's why it's in there. He dropped the ball. Ha ha. He never caught it. A woman in Australia got lost camping for 4 days.
In the
Yeah.
That is not surprising.
So she wrote an SOS in the sand.
That is also
There's-
not
there's-
surprising.
Yeah, like Gilligan's Island. Let me get the logs and set them on fire. SOS. And they found her. Surveillance cameras. I guess from space. Drones.
She's lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's a lot of people that do that all the time and are never, ever found again.
Right? And she was living with all the fucking snakes and shit like that.
Scorpions.
Dangerous place.
All the scorpions.
You
I
got
don't
a
think
604?
Okay.
Sure.
Sure. Why not? So could you imagine just like, fuck it, I'm going to write SOS in the sand and they find you? I don't even know if that would work here.
I don't have a fucking phone, you fucking punk ass bitch. You call me again, I swear to God, I'm gonna fuck your ass up. Stop calling my motherfucking phone. I am recording this shit. Don't fucking apologize, you fucking punk ass bitch. Stop
No.
calling my fucking phone.
Stupid
I
fucking.
swear to God, come over here. I'm gonna fuck your ass up, bitch. Come
Yes,
over here. I
oh,
swear to God, I'm gonna fuck
Yeah.
your ass up.
Yeah.
We're on our
Bring
way.
your ass over here, you punk ass bitch. I
Yeah.
swear to God, my husband will whoop your ass, kill your ass, little bitch.
Man, keep going as I boink remove you from the call.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
kind of
but
just, I was hoping that they were going to continue.
Let him.
Well, if they have
I'm-
more to say, they'll call back.
Well, we should have given Tom Gully's number.
Yeah, because he's the one that's probably been calling them anyway. But
Yeah, most likely.
like, how do you call somebody and then say stop calling here?
Yeah, right. You know when you can just talk over it and there's no actual physical response coming back, that it's just a robo bullshit call.
We're on our way. Don't you worry.
Right.
Well, if you weren't such a dirty little whore, your boyfriend wouldn't have to fuck anybody up.
Yeah, that's true.
Why not?
If you weren't the one out there just covering your ass right now because you're out there being the dirty little whore,
So
you wouldn't be calling this number going, don't call this number anymore. Even
So-
though you called this number, we didn't call you.
So what are we doing with Flacco here in this game?
Watching him beat the Chiefs. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, no,
Oh.
Lindsay stuffed.
No. Not
On the
by
Chiefs
not by
number-
eight not by 8 points. We may watch them be beating them by the 6, but it's definitely not by 8 now. I mean, why not 2-point conversion this early in the game?
Oh, there's a face mask.
Did
Yeah.
they call it?
Probably not.
No, it's not. And it's not illegal hands to the face like the Packer game this week, where the Packers should have lost that game.
Yeah,
Because
God.
Yeah.
Utter bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm
Dude,
a fan. It's like, yay, 5-1, I'll take it. But at the end of the day, it's a dirty win.
dude, I looked at both of them and they were both not right. And how bad was the officiating that this dude that they threw these two flags on has not been called for that penalty in his entire career.
Ever.
Ever.
And he's even sitting there going, "Had him here, motherfucker."
Yep. That's brutal.
And I don't even think like they're like, oh, look at how Beluga sold that. I'm like, he didn't sell shit. He got pushed backwards by the shoulder pad.
Well, no, they were in the announcers we were hearing were like, so are you guessing that they called it because of how he tried to sell it with because clearly his hands are in his shoulder pads.
Meanwhile, Beluga's sitting there in the heat of the fucking play going, oh, you watch this. I'm going to sell this hand on my shoulder pad is illegal hands to the face. Watch. I got this.
Yeah, watch how this happens. Like, it was so funny and disappointing at the same time, though.
Oh, I thought maybe you'd want to see this bottom of the first 2 outs, bases loaded, and
Oh, yeah. I'll
Gardner
take that.
up.
Why can't you get rid of that shit there?
I can. But the last time I did that, it stopped playing. Don't know why. All right, so we're talking football as we got the Yankee game on here and the football game. Let's bring up the listener league. Let's do it. Wish we had intro music for that.
I went into the week looking great.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go right to Thump
And
flat
came
out.
out of the week getting
Yeah.
destroyed.
We're gonna go right to Thump. He put a whooping. Well, not a whooping. He did win by 30-something points over my wife's team. It keeps Thump on the roll. His train is fucking moving forward. We'll see what happens now with bye week starting to hit pretty hard for everyone.
I got hit by the bye week bug.
Yeah. Let's talk about how bad bye week's hitting her.
You and I go head to head this week there.
Yeah,
brother,
and
man.
this is my bad bye week.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
And
got.
by the way, go replace your kicker.
I had to go and trade for one. I had to go get one.
Well, not trade. Hopefully, you just went to the waiver wire and kicked him to the curb and picked up a new guy.
Yeah, no, I don't know what happened. I might have to cancel my. I don't know what's going on. I got to take a look. But yeah, so Thump rolls through 6-0. The team he played, well, they had some issues with 4 good spots that Derrick Henry as a running back, 4 points. Vance McDonald, 1.5.
Yeah.
You know, the other guy ran Dallas's defense at a whopping 4.8. So, I mean, that hurt. And, of course, there were other moves to be made. Again, this poor bastard ran Vance McDonald as a tight end, and sitting on his bench is Triple H, Hunter Henry.
Yeah. With a 32.
And just because you name drop Hunter Henry, I need to go out there and go, I had one of the lowest waiver priorities this week.
Right.
And in the wet t-shirts, our double league.
Yeah.
I put in a waiver claim for Hunter Henry
Yeah.
Helmsley, going, there's no fucking way I'm going to get this guy.
Yeah, no one's paying attention.
No fucking way I'm going to get this guy. All of a sudden, waivers go through on Wednesday, and I go look at my team. I'm like,
Yeah. See,
I got Hunter Henry.
I missed the boat on it this week. I wasn't.
Meanwhile, I
paying
have like Greg Olson, who's
attention. Look at this bastard walking in.
oh, look at this guy.
Time before we do some shit.
Before you do it, let me see your notes.
Hey boys.
Oh.
No.
Oh, he's got his weekly recap.
Hey faggots.
Yep, like
What's
it,
going on?
like it, like it, like it,
This is why I'm good.
like it. Yep. Yeah, agreed.
By the way, the Yanks have
Agreed.
1-0 if you're not paying attention.
Yeah,
Disagree.
it's-
On what? Which one? Let's not spoil my show here.
Bottom. Disagree on that.
The fucking top defense in the land.
Don't matter.
At home.
Don't matter.
How many touchdowns
One
did they give
play.
up? How many touchdowns did they give
Yeah,
up?
one play.
Right.
All it takes is one play.
And that's the only thing that they let score all year was the first touchdown with Golden Tate, which was 1. That's like, oh, what happened here? 6
It's over there. Well, yeah, 6-0 over here.
What happened? The under. What happened? You know? Was it a? Did they miss it after?
They went for 2 and missed it.
Yeah,
I don't have my earphones on.
They went for
I know.
they went for 2.
Hey, cutie pie, how are you?
What's going on, man?
All right, good. Fuck them.
So yeah,
under 49.
Stump made his.
Check the under every Thursday.
Yeah.
Not every Thursday.
Well,
Well, we've
most.
had
Yeah.
2 Thursdays that it was blown.
Make sure this fucking
I have made my presence felt. I am 6-0, holding it down for the 8-Bit Bros in the Listener League.
All you gotta do is bring it home, bro.
Hey,
That's all
I'm-
you gotta do, bro.
Oh,
This-
look at that. Gary Sanchez strikes out.
Of course. Why are they even playing this?
Wow, what a
stupid
delay
bastard?
you have on there, my God.
Yeah, well, it's streaming over the net. What do you want?
Streaming that.
Oh, he strikes out on 3 pitches.
I mean,
Sorry, guys.
ain't nothing you
Oh,
can-
reminds me of Beltran back in the Mets World Series.
oh
Oof,
God.
he
Did
wanted
he
to
at
send
least
out in the
swing?
stratosphere.
I don't even. Why would you even fucking keep this guy in? They should have. I mean,
Is
Take-
Brett Gardner? I left. Is Brett Gardner batting fucking third if someone throw this goddamn computer through the window?
he
through
was
the lamp?
just up. Where are we?
He
in the
was,
order?
and was it he you walked? Wow, they're going the pen already.
They have to knock Greinke out of this fucking game.
How many pitches?
Sanchez-
27 pitches.
Sanchez is batting .077 in the postseason.
Yeah, and
One fucking hit.
look at the entire team. Didi's batting like what, 90?
Bye,
He smoked it in the fucking first.
bye, DD. You're not a Yankee next year. We
He's
all
gonna
know
be a
that.
Yankee next
No
year.
He will
fucking
be a
way.
Yankee
He's
next year,
100% a Yankee.
and he will
Everyone
come back
loves
on
him.
and he will come back on a team-friendly deal.
No way. You want to hear my parlay for the week since you're here?
I'm all ears.
Okay. Taking Houston over the Colts.
I don't like that at all.
Oh, I know you don't. Not many people like it. I,
I
see
don't like it
something
at
there.
all.
Taking the Niners over the Redskins. Sorry,
I like
Tom.
that.
Taking the Cardinals over the Giants.
That
I don't
may
like
be-
that
that-
That's only because you're a homer.
That
No,
Washington
because
that
that's
Washington game can be trap game of the week though.
It was the Giant game because everybody's back and everybody's going to be healthy. It's a trap game.
I want you to tell me
Patriots over the Jets. Miami over the Bills.
plus
Jets
17.
No,
winning
excuse
that
me.
game.
Bills over Miami.
17. I want you to tell me the number of wins that were convincing by the Arizona Cardinals.
None.
Thank
Zero.
you. Okay, good.
Yeah.
And I'm taking Green Bay. So my odds
That could be a
are-
trap game there too.
Yeah.
The 7.
What are my odds on this? My odds
I'll tell
are
you what.
plus 1152.
Hey, what's up? Gerard Heron here, co-host of Fantasy Football
Yay.
Gibberish. I just got
What
here
up,
5 minutes
Gerard?
ago.
Hey.
How's it
Yeah.
going, man?
It's Ren, and that's Tony over there.
Yeah, web boy.
We got it set up. Where's the guys here? We're gonna fucking.
They're
set up-
probably-
You're in the
All
main
right.
room over there.
All right, cool.
Make
I'll give
sure,
you-
let me know if you have any issues. Like, come here and I'll come over and help you out.
Oh,
if
you
do.
are. All right.
Yeah, yeah, and when
I
you,
don't know. I don't anything that's going on over there.
and when you're done, make sure you get a copy of the fucking audio so I can do things with it,
I will.
or video or whatever, so I can do.
We
things
just talked
with
about
it.
some of these games that we're up against. I'm gonna save one. I'll give one right now for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to come have
No,
a seat?
you can come in. And sure. Sure. Have what you want.
Grab one too, real fast.
Got to drink the pinstripe pills. The
Yeah.
fucking Yankees are on.
1-0, by the way. If you weren't missing that.
See? Why does this keep fucking freezing up on me?
Yeah, man. I got Tanaka tonight on the money line. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, me too.
Here's your fucking other bet. Even though you and I are polar opposites on this one. I like the Rams this week. It is absolute do or fucking die time for those assholes. They're on the road, but they're in a dome. They made a trade for Ramsey. The Falcons stink. They just had their gut punch game last week when they fucking missed the extra point. Oh fuck, they're gonna score.
It's hard to concentrate on.
Kansas
anything
City.
when
I know.
fucking shit's
80's
on, right?
Who's the school? Who was that?
Hardman.
Hardman.
Good. I've Hill. Shit.
Yeah, I need Hill. I don't need Hardman.
Hey, why would you run? Chiefs are losing this
You
game.
don't need Hardman.
I don't care. I've got
You can always,
under,
always use a
baby.
little hard man in your
I
life.
was gonna say he's always got a hard
Well,
man in his
I-
life. I'm sure.
I wish.
I mean, you got
I'm
that
all soft
sexy
all the
Oh,
time.
shit.
pink shirt on right,
Right?
there, boy.
Look at this.
We only got a
Check
few
this
minutes.
out.
We're supposed to go live here
Stay
for the.
golden, baby.
You want to go live? Can we go live from here and set it up so that we can go live and take questions on the air?
Sure, if you want. Do whatever you want to do.
You
Look,
could
this guy's
just.
beard. What's up, beard guy?
Hey.
Hey, his mic is hot.
Yeah.
He's cool.
So is my
okay.
dick.
Well,
Oh yeah.
He's way hot because he's a
I'm
loud
loud.
fucking mouth.
yeah,
You
okay.
guys got some great gear in here, man. Really
Hey.
solid.
It does what needs to be done, and
Solid
anybody
beer.
can
This
use the room.
It's delicious, by
Right?
the way.
It's a good
Is it
beer.
not? Wow.
I
Blue
had
Point.
Yeah, they sold it at the
Cheers.
stadium.
It's the only beer I drink
It's
at
the
the
only.
stadium.
Yeah, it's
And I-
literally the only beer
and
I'll
I-
drink.
I
at the
They
only-
have
stadium now.
Sam there. I get all the
Yeah,
Sams.
man. I only buy my beer from one stand.
I know what
Soon-
this one
As
is.
soon as you come in, you
Mhm.
pass the Hard Rock, and that's
Mhm.
like section 108.
Uh-huh.
And there's a bathroom right there. There's never a fucking line, which is dynamite. And there's
Yeah.
a beer stand with this little old lady. Her name is Lolly. The two other are Cece and Cecilia or some shit like that. But this old lady, Lolly, is the only one I'll buy beer from.
All right.
Because I love the fact that she's like 90 fucking years and serving
Did she card
beer.
you?
Yeah, always. Everybody.
I love how I got carded there. I never got carded when I was
Really?
16,
Uh.
and now I got carded. And
Oh,
I'm
new
fucking-
stadium.
every
43.
every beer.
Yeah.
Every fucking. I'm surprised they don't card you to go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Actually, at the SRO seats that we stood at a bunch of times,
They don't card.
No, I went there first time they carded me, and they have the giant bar where you can get
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you want there, right?
Full beer,
Full bar.
full bar service.
Walk up there, show my ID the first time, make sure I go to the same spot every time. They're like, "Yeah, what do you need?" Pinstripe.
Just went to the Giant game. Only 2 beers per
Yeah.
time, and
Right.
only 4 beers total for the night.
What?
How did they?
No.
Yeah.
I've done it. No.
What the hell did
They-
you
What
do?
are you
then
telling
they
me
got-
no?
What
are you
did
telling
Jets
me no?
do?
I
Because I've
literally-
done it more than that.
I
I get 'em.
literally just did it.
Yeah.
Like,
I would
how,
do
how you
too.
telling me no?
How are they flagging you after 4? How are they knowing you've already had?
Was that a Monday night
4
game?
beers?
No, it was their first win. No, the first home win. It was the Washington game.
Oh no.
And
Sorry, Thump.
yeah, the lady was here, and there was only 2 beers at a time, and I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I got to take out a loan before the second time anyway. No big deal.
Right.
Then I come back and buy 2 more, and she goes, just to let you know, there's only 4 beers per person. And I was like, what are you talking?
Yeah, look
how?
at the
So
size
go to
of
a
me.
different
What's 4
stand.
beers?
I'm buying them for I wanted to buy them for the row. Like, I wanted to do like, all right, I'll buy for the row. Then I don't have to keep getting up. You go buy, then you go buy.
Yeah.
Right.
And they said 2 beers per person, 4 beers total for the game. I was like, is this an NFL rule?
You
or?
wear first of all, you wear a pink shirt, so you clearly just are missing something up.
I forgot my
Yeah,
cool T-shirt
like,
today. By the way.
Did you
Yeah,
try and go to a
could you-
different beer person?
No, I guess
Fantasy
that- I guess
football,
that's what-
Jibber
I
Jabber
guess that's
live from
the-
the 8-Bit Bros
8-Bit
studio.
I guess that's
Bros.
what you have to do. You just have to keep
We got
going to a
Ren,
different
we got
person. And I'm
Tony,
like,
we
why
got
would I
Aaron.
do that? This makes no
Guys,
sense.
any questions? Fantasy football, Jibber Jabber, fire away. You guys have any questions for us here since we're here in studio with you boys for a hot minute?
You got the over tonight, right, in the Yankee game?
No, I have the Yanks on the money line.
I took the over also.
Did you? What was it?
Money
8.
line.
8?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, I figure with the wind blowing out tonight, there'd be some balls hit. That's
The balls are dead, though, dude. This
Yeah.
isn't normal
no,
regular
because they,
season.
they went back to last
They
year's
went
balls.
back to regular
Yeah.
balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, look, there's a lot going on in Major League Baseball. That I just
Yeah,
can't get
they
my
put
mind
on
around
this
right now.
extravaganza show all year long, and then for the fucking playoffs, yeah, we're gonna change the balls again.
Listen, Gary Sanchez, by the way,
Sucks
all right?
balls.
Gary Sanchez. Now, I played 5 years of minor league baseball. I was a catcher, right? And let me tell you something. All day today on the fan and all day yesterday, everybody was going out of their way to defend this guy. They were like, yeah, what was he supposed to do on the ball in the dirt? You're supposed to block it, all right? That's what you're supposed
Yeah.
to
Put
do.
your body on the ground.
This guy spends the entire game on one knee.
One day, yep.
It's
Like he's proposing.
it's asinine.
Yeah.
All right. It's completely and totally asinine how people defend this dude. He never changes his approach.
Hey, one
They
person
keep
watching
throwing the
Fantasy Football
same
Jibber
pitches
Jabber
to him over and
live
over and over.
for a
He
hot
is the
minute or
most.
two
He is
here.
mentally and physically lazy.
Yeah.
He needs all the consternation anybody could give. And today on Maggie and what was the other guy? Maggie and Bart. They're trying to say, what was he supposed to do? Blah, 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 blah. And then they're ripping Mike Piazza about it. And I was like, time out. Mike Piazza couldn't throw.
Yeah. I mean,
But
Sanchez
he
can
was
throw,
But he
good
sure
behind
could
the
suck a
plate.
dick.
And he also,
allegedly.
he was the biggest star in New York, and he gave maximum effort
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
This clown over here, he strikes out twice in an at-bat, and he has the balls to turn around and look at the umpire like, how could you do this?
That's what I said. I mean,
Are
you got fucking lucky. You
Bro.
got 4 fucking strikes.
Seriously, what are you doing? He is, honest to God, he is my least favorite player.
And where was the fucking Oh, foul tip. What?
Yeah.
That was missed. Why did
Alright.
they challenge that? Is amazing.
You can't.
Question
It's
of the night.
non-challengeable.
Yeah.
Question of the night. So far, we have 2
Yeah.
yay, 1 nay.
Okay.
Didi Gregorius is a Yankee next season.
Ooh, that's tough.
It
Thank
is
you.
not tough.
Not for $18 million.
It's tough.
He will sign a team-friendly
No, he
deal.
won't.
Well,
It's
okay.
New York.
Well, see, that's the
Nobody.
They
thing.
love him in
If
the
he
town.
signs-
He's going nowhere.
Well-
He loves playing utility.
He's getting close to 30, and he struggled down the stretch coming off of a Tommy John. If he signs a team-friendly deal, if he signs a $9, $10, $11 million deal, yeah, if he hits the open market, there's no way they're going to play market price for him. I tend to
No,
agree
because
with you.
he's going to get 18 mil.
Yeah, and you could easily slide Glaber over to short.
That's
Thank you.
exactly
you got,
what they're going to
then
do.
you
And he'll
got
be
LeMahieu going the second. Then you
Second.
have Voigt.
Voigt at
Yeah, you
first.
know what? I would say,
What about Greg Bird?
leaning towards
Can we leave that experiment alone?
You know, the only good
That
thing
costs
for
nothing.
the
Yeah.
only
Jibber
good
Jabber
thing,
live.
or
Type your
I don't know if
questions
it's
in the comment
good
box, guys.
or bad, but yeah,
I
he's
think
gone.
so.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to pay off fucking Ellsbury $50 million.
Yeah, the money's already gone. Who
Yeah,
cares?
well,
I mean, the
they-
money's Flacco. See ya.
Because he can have one good payday. The last time he's going to get paid.
I agree. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't
if,
see it
maybe he signs a 1-year prove it deal. Like I could see him doing a 1-year prove it type of a thing.
And you got to pay. I mean, he only
Um,
played, what, a half a season?
But that's
Yeah.
what his last contracts were, year by year.
He also likes being a Yankee.
Well, I mean,
Yankee next
um,
year.
How do you not? I
Sound
mean,
off in the comments.
All right. Last question.
Shoot.
Yeah, these guys got to
Will
go do their
Garrett Cole
show.
be a Yankee next year?
Garrett Cole, starting
It's
pitcher.
funny, you know how he was drafted by the Yankees and he went to school, then they missed out on him again for who? Who did they not want to give up for him? Clint Frazier.
Yeah, Clint Frazier. Oh, you,
You
know
know,
who's at
man,
the, you
But
know
he
who's
grew up a Yankee fan too.
Garrett
I
Cole
know.
had a
Wants to be
5
a
ERA
Yankee.
with the Pirates.
Yeah.
yeah, he was not great at all.
Yeah, but well, hold on. What did he actually have behind him?
No, I hear you. I just,
I mean,
ERA is not
he-
indicative of offense, though, guys.
No,
It's also
he's
I-
fucking
look, I
lights
like-
out this year.
I actually have some friends that are in the Astros organization. They say he works hard, but I mean, to me, it's a little bit of Pavano. Like Pavano destroyed for 2 years after being bad for 3 years, and
Yep.
then, you're paying for him at the high end. I think this is what happens, right? Cashman could have gotten Scherzer, didn't do it.
Yeah.
Where's Scherzer now, right? He
Yeah.
could have went and
Hall
got
of Fame.
Verlander, didn't do it.
Yeah.
Where's Verlander now, right?
Hall of
Could have
Fame.
went and got Cole.
Didn't
but
do it.
Still can.
for
Still can.
Clint
Gotta pay for
Frazier,
him now,
who's
though.
never going to be a Yankee. Clint Frazier
Yeah.
has no Yankee makeup at all. He's gone in the offseason. Mark it down. You couldn't have great. You could have had Cole. All right. Now he couldn't have had Greinke. Greinke would have never came. Okay. Earlier in the year, my buddies tell me that they could have had Bumgarner.
Yeah.
But they could have had Bumgarner, but they didn't want to include Chad Green and the other guy that they have.
Canley.
No,
Canley's
No.
Adovino,
the
Torre,
minor,
Redhead.
the minor leaguer. Yes,
Yeah.
that guy. So they didn't want to include him.
Oh, the guy who had Tommy John?
Everybody on
Yeah.
that fucking team has had Tommy
So-
John surgery. He can't hit though.
Now, so this is 4 years of
Tyler Wade.
no big deal. No big deal. We can
Tyler Durden.
Johnny all game it, right?
Yeah.
And now they're gonna have 11th year, right? No
Ace.
no ring, and
What do you know, Ring? Hold on. We're still quite alive.
Look, yeah,
you're
we're
gonna beat
live,
Verlander and Cole.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. You have to beat one of the two. If we win tonight and tomorrow, they have to beat one of the two, and that's
you
it.
fashion yourself a professional gambler,
I do.
Guess
and,
who's
and you're gonna beat.
I didn't say I'm betting them.
You're gonna beat
I didn't say I'm
Greinke,
betting 'em.
Verlander, and Cole.
Hey, we got to Cole.
They're
the
gonna
only
beat-
thing that stopped.
they got
us
the
from
Verlander
getting to
too.
Cole,
was Gary Sanchez.
no, was our entire offense.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Besides Torres and LeMahieu
Bases
and
loaded.
Aaron Judge.
That's the worst game Cole has pitched in
Gregorius
3
took that
months.
and put it on his shoulders. Came out in the meeting. He's like, "Look, that was my fault. I came up in the hot spots at every single time and
Yeah.
could not come
Yeah,
through."
which
And
is
it's
nice
not
of
like-
them to say.
But it's not like he didn't have the effort. I mean, one of
What?
the balls he hit literally was like
Okay.
6 inches
First
from
of
being
all,
a home run.
my question is this. All right, Stanton.
Oh boy.
Bye bye. See, I'd rather
Stanton.
get rid of Stanton.
All right,
You're not
and
going to get
re-sign
rid of him. He's
Didi.
going
Do you have-
nowhere. He's not going
can't.
anywhere. Right.
Contract.
Yeah.
Contract is a bad contract.
Baby has a boo boo. Day after he hits a 400-foot Scud missile.
Yeah.
All right, Encarnacion is swinging like he actually can't see. Right,
Wasted money.
and he can't get up there 4
Oh, and they're
times to try to
talking
change
about
the
him
game.
coming back next year.
Wasted money. Well, they got no choice.
I'm
They
just saying.
Fucking
Look, there's a
They're
redundant.
going to get Garrett Cole for $30 million.
There's
He doesn't
too-
want to come here.
There's
That's
too much
my. That's the
redundancy
guess.
in the Yankees lineup. There's too much
30 million
redundancy.
wouldn't be
There's
bad.
too many right-handed guys that swing at breaking balls in the dirt and can hit a mistake 500 feet.
Guess who's
there
sitting
has
in the
to be-
bleachers tonight?
There's too much.
A lot of people.
No. An ex-Yankee sitting in the bleachers.
Who? Jim Leyritz?
No, Nick Swisher.
Oh, really?
Swish.
Yeah, he's
Another crybaby who left on the way out.
Stop.
He did. He started
stop
crying.
it.
He was crying when they fucking booed him for
Stop.
going 1 for 25 the last
got
play.
so much more above market value for Swish.
Big time.
Please.
They did, but he went out like a
can't
bitch.
You know who
say
else they
went out
got
like a
that
bitch.
for?
Stop it.
Shane
Spencer.
Shane Spencer.
Love him.
Spencer.
He's
Yeah.
a drunk though,
He's a-
killing people, DWIing left
So
and
is
right.
that fat fucking pitcher.
Jesus.
Which Wells?
Yeah, he was a drunk too.
Well,
and he
he
pitched
didn't
a
kill
no-hitter
anybody.
drunk.
Oh my God, he had him wide open. Mahomes.
Guys, if
just
you're
went
going to
past.
stop rooting for guys that have questionable morals, you're going to have
Yeah.
nobody to root for in the big leagues. I hate to break it to you.
No, it's been like that since the fucking inception of this game. I mean,
That's
it
why we
was-
love it.
Yeah.
Except
That's why
Donald
we love
Arthur
it.
Mattingly is a clean slate.
That's why I
guys.
like these people getting mad about.
Mattingly
How could you-
sucked.
How can
Now I'm going to throw this to the
steal
fucking
signs?
TV here.
Hey, do you like my championship rings?
you?
Mattingly's got just as many.
Excuse me, George Steinbrenner is to blame for that,
Oh,
not
yeah.
Don
Oh,
Mattingly,
no.
who hit
Come on.
417.
Come on,
in the
they went and got
LBS.
Winfield too, and then moved the
Yeah.
fucking fences.
They
and
had no
still
pitching.
couldn't
They
win.
traded all their pitching
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Mattingly, he's got a lot of rings on his fingers.
It
Donnie.
wasn't his fucking fault. They went
Oh
to the
my
playoffs
God.
one
I will tell
goddamn
you one
year.
thing. Do
Kevin,
not
we
speak-
get it. You were born in the late 70s in New York. My God.
Lol.
Don't speak
Wait,
bad
you
You
about
shut
it.
your filthy
Balls,
fucking
right?
sewer because I'm right.
Wait until he finds out I can't stand fucking Bernie Williams either.
Yeah. Well, how about the
Ugh.
fact that Tino Martinez was better than Don Mattingly? How about
I
the fact
love
that
Tino.
almost every first baseman the Yankees have had since Don Mattingly were better than Don Mattingly?
Yeah.
Anthony
Look
Giambi, the Yankees.
at Giambi. Look at the numbers he put up. Don
For
Mattingly
1
never
year.
hit 45 home runs.
No,
He
for
had four,
three.
yes, he did.
No,
For 3 or 4
1985,
years,
he did.
Steroids worked out quite nicely
Yeah.
for Giambi. So
Okay. All right, we got to go, guys.
Turnover
Why don't we
deep.
go to- Anyway,
Kansas City couldn't do nothing with it. Going for the field goal.
Yeah, we can run to it. Yeah, well, let's run a break.
we'll run a break and we'll come back clean.
Audience people, we hate for you to leave us, but jibber jabber.
We're going to tape live,
We're
guys.
gonna tape live.
We're going to do it
You're
live.
doing Facebook too?
Yeah, we'll go on for questions.
How,
And
how,
the
long,
ticket's
how
good.
long's your gig?
45.
Come back
Half
when
hour.
you're done.
Yeah, come
All
back
right.
when you're done. Come
All
in.
right,
We'll-
see you in a
we'll
bit.
Catch you into the game of some shit.
All right, 8-Bit Bros. We'll be back right
Oh,
after
can I
this.
have,
You can have. What do you want?
A B. Fitty.
B
Two.
Fitty?
Yeah.
Good evening. Do you like to laugh? Are you at one with the haha? Do you like your comedy coming over the streaming medias? If so, then go directly to Amazon right now. Do not hesitate and download Jim Andrino's Not Dead Yet. Recorded live at the world famous comic strip. It is a giggle-a-second fun fest. An hour of me for you. Jim Andrino's Not Dead Yet. Available only on Amazon.
Jim Mendrinos, Not Dead Yet. Now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section and after Dad's back injury. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Trouble with opioids can start at home with unused medicines such as pills, patches, and syrups. You can remove the risk and protect your family. Find out how at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hey, everybody out there. This is John G, and I have a special on Amazon called Living Large. It's a stand-up special. It's funny. It was shot at the comic strip live in New York City. You're gonna love it. You're gonna see me at my biggest. See, a few weeks ago, I had a heart attack. So if you don't want to go watch it because I'm funny, have some pity on me. Go watch my special. I'm in weight. I'm not gonna be so big anymore. No more living large. I gotta lose weight. They want me to take off pounds. I don't want to take off pounds. I love food. But anyway, go watch the special. It's gonna be funny. And I don't know how much longer I gotta live. I'm wearing this defibrillator thing. I don't know what this thing does. Supposedly it shocks me if my heart stops. My heart stopped years ago. Anyway, John G, Living Large, Amazon. Go check it out before I'm not here to watch.
John G. Living Large. Now available on Amazon Prime. Watch it today.
Hi, I'm Snowy Angel. And I'm Kinky Candy. Have you heard of Spunk Lube yet? Oh, you have got to get it. I mean, really, it's the lube that everyone's talking about and everyone's going to want. Look at that. It looks like real cum. Yeah, I mean, how can that get better? I mean, it's nice. It just feels so good when you rub it all over yourself. Everywhere. And you know what gets better about it? There's different kinds of Spunk Lube. They actually have hybrid. Yes, and they have different colors too. Like they have pink and yellow and even green. Like, what can get better than that? If you want like the kinkiest, spiciest nights, yeah, Spunk Lube. Oh, hell yeah. Get spunked today. Get it today at spunklube.com. That's right. Spunklube.com. Don't forget it. Get yours right now.
Bud Light presents Real Men of Genius.
Real men of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
You've given us the real American dream. A tray, 15 feet of food, and a little sign that says, "Go nuts, buddy."
Pinch me, I'm dreaming.
Pushing side dish innovation to its limits, you offer creamed everything and 400 flavors of gelatin.
Feeding frenzy.
If there's beef, you'll chip it. If there's chicken, you'll fry it. And if there's gravy, well, then everything's going to be okay.
Thank God for the gravy.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, buffet boy. You know the way to a man's heart and a few hundred tasty ways to challenge it.
Mr. All-You-Can-Eat Buffet Inventor.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, Fort Collins, Colorado.
You got something you want to get off your chest? We want to hear it. Call in 917-720-3038. The Ironic Radio hotline is now open. Ironic Radio, well, isn't it?
Remember when you held my hand? Say, remember when you were my man? Walk, talk in the name of love. Before you break my heart, I dancing over. Roll it over in your mind. Why don't you dance with me? I'm not no little girl.
Oh, they do all 16 dances. Do the shark turtle. Do the camel walk. Do the hypocrite. Oh, hippie, boy, hippie, show. Oh, it's time to do 'em right. Hey, so doesn't that make you feel a lot better, huh? Doesn't that make you feel a lot better? What you say? Well, I'm just asking. Come on. Shake. Oh, hey. Shake. Oh, hey.
This is John.
When they get this mess around, oh, they do all 16 dances. Do the aqua velva. The dirty dog. Do the escalator. Hippie, shake. Oh, it's time to do 'em right. Hey, so doesn't that make you feel a lot better? Huh? Doesn't that make you feel a lot better? What you say? Well, I'm just asking. Yeah.
Yeah. Hello, B-52s come back. I like that band. 8-Bit Bros, late edition, Thursday. We got the boys in the house. Jim, John.
What's up?
Still got his Santa makeup on, but it's all good.
Yeah, well,
Hello,
I'm just
hello.
gonna look a little fucking white tonight.
If you need anything, let me know. Cans, whatever.
I got sound in one of my ears.
You can have sound in one of your ears.
One ear.
Where are you plugged into?
I have no idea.
That's
dude.
that one.
Is it like rude of me to say I'm extra Caucasian tonight?
Where is this? Is this?
I don't know where the fuck you're going.
Nobody knows.
Right arm.
There you go.
Oh yeah, you got that fucked up.
It doesn't matter,
Shit.
dudes. I can hear you.
That's good. Every year we like to. You can just scream out. It's okay, bro. Yeah, this is how it happens here.
Where are you on over there?
We got Kevin Goatee and
848
fantasy football jibber jabber in the house tonight, recording live in the other room
8808.
as we're doing our show. It's busy. It's always packed here. It's busy. That's why we like it. All right. So every year we cover this, and I know it's early because nominees just went out. I'm talking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. We covered it last year. We covered the year before. We covered the year before. I'm going to cover it again this year. It's a weak class, in my opinion. There's a lot of bands out there that they should have already been in, which I guess makes this class a little tougher.
I wish I was a little more prepared for this.
But that's okay. I
literally don't know who's nominated.
I don't think
I usually know too. I like
they
this.
just dropped this,
This is
like
like one of
2
my
days
things.
ago. You can vote every day. They allow you 5 bands to choose from, and you can vote every day. I've been pounding the votes every goddamn day because my favorite band in the world is on this list. Pat Benatar.
That's your favorite band
No,
in the
no,
world?
no. I'll
Okay,
get there.
let's
I'll
go.
get there.
Wait,
Pat Benatar's on the list
Oh,
this year.
before we even start this, are the Monkees on the list?
No, the Monkees are not on the list.
The Monkees should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They should absolutely be in the Rock and
Hey,
Roll Hall
hey,
of Fame.
we're the monkey.
But they got TV
Never stop
awards, so
fucking
They
monkeying
should be in the
around.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
okay, I guess maybe.
Is it the
Se-
Nails?
Yeah.
7 top 10.
You're a
7
Nine Inch Nails
top
fan?
10.
Oh,
Got
he's
you.
a diehard Nin fan, dude.
I
Put it
knew
on my
that
arm.
one was coming.
Yeah.
But 7 number 1 albums, 14 number 1 singles.
Tom Jones had fucking #1 albums too, and who gives a shit about
Tom
him
Jones
unless
should
you
be in the Hall of Fame.
is he? I don't even know.
He should be.
I have no
All right,
idea
but
if he is.
Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar's on the list.
All right.
I don't know how you feel about that. In, out.
I think she should be in.
She should be in. Okay, so keep that.
But again, there's 3 albums that she had that were really good.
Yeah, and the rest.
And the rest are,
The rest are horrible.
yeah.
I mean, you could do the video dance. You know.
Oh, God. Video killed her.
Oh yeah. She
No,
wasn't-
video killed the radio star.
Well, yeah,
That's
twice, actually. Dave Matthews Band.
no.
Ooh.
No, I hate Dave Matthews. I think he sucks. I think every fucking song sounds the same. It's like Metallica. Every song sounds the same.
And they don't even party good. I know this for a fact. I was at a Xerox conference in upstate New York by Saratoga
Racetrack.
there,
Yeah.
and they were playing there at that same time.
I've seen
And they
that.
actually stayed in the same hotel I was in.
I saw a festival.
And they
at,
were
Racetrack.
fucking boring as hell. I'm like, this was when I was younger, like when I would like party.
Do drugs?
Yes, do drugs.
I saw Dave Matthews.
I
once.
can't imagine Santa being really at any point that much younger.
That's been old the entire time.
I was gonna say he's got a staple point of just like for thousands of years you've just been.
Santa and Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, that's it.
I saw Dave
Sam
Matthews
Jackson.
once. Sam L. Jackson. Let's get that right. I saw Dave Matthews once. I hated it. I hated him. The opening band I fell in love with, and then they disappeared off the face of the earth. Soul Coffin.
Oh,
They were great. Well, one album was fucking dynamite. Depeche Mode's on the list.
Should not be in.
Who?
Oh my God, I'm throwing votes there. Depeche Mode, come on.
I was gonna say
That's like
Depeche
the
Mode.
'80s.
Right,
is 80s
right
band.
now of the list, it's Pat's in, Depeche is in.
Yes,
but
for me.
Depeche may get knocked off.
Dave Gahan, Depeche Mode.
There's
People are
not-
people, so why should it seem that you and I should get along so awfully?
and
I'm
we
excited.
literally sang their greatest hits album.
Well, yeah. Well, hey,
You
look,
don't like music,
yeah.
Brent, or you just like mellow on this one?
he likes
No,
Depeche
see-
Mode.
He's
Yeah.
winning.
I think Dave should be in.
Yeah. Well, that's,
I also agree that Dave should.
I'm not.
I'm glad to see he's on the list.
Going in.
Yeah. Pat Benatar.
Pat Benatar should have been in a long time ago.
Yeah, but she
I'm
can stay
gonna
out,
have
I
to
don't
listen
care.
to this Depeche Mode because I probably know something. I
Number
just
number
never
4
heard
on the
name.
list.
I live under a
This-
rock.
People are people.
I think we'll get the votes right here on number 4. The Doobie Brothers.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah, Doobie Brothers all in. All right,
Everybody's-
they just knocked Depeche off.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, remember, you get 5 votes a day.
Well, Pat's in, and Depeche is no longer in.
Okay. Fifth on the
But
list.
Dave is in.
Fifth on the list, and I'm sorry, this is a stretch, a real stretch. I think maybe somebody might have drank too much water here. Whitney Houston.
Now this is where you have to argue: is it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Or the Music Hall of Fame. That's
If it's
exactly
the
what I was
Music
thinking.
Hall of Fame, she's in.
Well, yeah, okay, I get that, and I guess you could really say it's not the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore because you've got like Run DMC in there,
Right.
and I mean it's.
She has one hit that was crossover into rock, so Emotional, and even
Oh.
that's barely.
How will I know?
It's too poppy.
Yeah, I'm not putting Whitney Houston in this class yet. I think there are bigger names here that I would like to see
She
in
also,
over
by the
her.
way, is in the Cocaine Hall of Fame. Did
Yes,
you know that?
yeah, with Bobby Brown.
First ballot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Bob, as he was the pusher.
People are dying to get in that one.
Next on the list,
It's 3 or how many is it that actually get 3 or 5? How many get actually?
I think 5 get in.
5
I
get
think that's
in?
why they
I think
allow you to
5,
vote
yeah.
for 5, or maybe more get in. I don't know, but they're allowing you to vote for 5, and then they're going to narrow the list down to what the induction.
Now the
day
next one
will
after
be.
Houston, if you got the same list I did.
Yeah, Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Judas Priest. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. Breaking the law. I
If-
was
if
not a
he's-
Judas Priest fan.
If Judas Priest does not get in, well, you've got another thing coming. Because
Exactly.
that is
Yeah, but I'm looking now at a list that goes Priest and Doobie Brothers, and Pat gets knocked. If I'm just picking 2, Pat's done been knocked down.
It's Priest and
if
Doobie.
this is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, how do
It's
you not
it's
have
Priest and Doobie, yeah.
Well, Priest is one of those people that should have been in years ago. I mean, a lot of the people on this list have said the same thing. Like, why am I on this list with Judas Priest, and why aren't they in the fucking Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Kraftwerk is on the list.
Hold on. Ren's actually, have you watched the podcast yet, Ren? The Black Keys podcast?
I have not.
Where he's sitting there and the guy, his brother won an award, an MTV Music Award that morning. And then it's a couple hours later and he gets his. And then behind him is an icon of fucking music. And as he's going out to grab his award, they're like, and this is the first time this person has actually earned the award. I can't remember whether it was John Deborah or whoever the hell it was. But this is the first time that this person's earned an award. And he's like, this is when I found out the Grammys were bullshit.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Grammys are.
And that was exactly how he approached the situation. So the Hall of Fame at this point, if you got Priest not in and these people are on the list, I could see how you're like, how the fuck is this not already a thing?
Because of public voting, I don't think Priest gets in. He should. He should absolutely be
I
in.
think, yeah, Judas Priest should. Again, I was not
He
a
should
fan,
get
but
in.
yeah, I think they deserve it.
Yeah, but doesn't the professional vote carry a little bit more fucking weight? Can't the pros put this motherfucker in because apparently the public is a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah.
True.
One of the best concerts I've ever seen was Judas Priest.
Really?
Oh dear, I saw Judas Priest and Rush.
Okay.
concert.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a spectacular.
First of all, the concert was like 9.5 hours long.
I was gonna say, and do you remember the end of it?
The end of it, they Rush was closing, and Rush did their 3 encores, and then people started leaving, and then Rush and Priest came out and jammed.
22 minutes of Tom Sawyer right there.
Yeah.
At the end.
Kraftwerk, I get it.
But it's not a Hall of Fame band.
No, it's not Hall of Fame. I know. I get the nostalgia behind it. They ushered in an entire genre of music that eventually blew the fuck up into this electronic music. So I get that, but I don't think they're not yet. Not with some of the names on this list. Motorhead. You put that's Lemmy, right?
That's Lemmy. Yeah.
He's gonna get in because
Well, Lemmy's gonna get in by himself. Like Lemmy doesn't even need any of the bands to get in.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think Motorhead gets in though.
Motorhead should get in.
I don't know if they should get in now though.
Yeah, I think I still hold them off behind. Like the other 2 names are carrying a little bit more weight, even though I think Motorhead maybe even does kind of surpass Benatar a little bit at this point for me.
All right. So before I go on, I know you all have the list. So we're 5 votes. We're allowed.
I don't have the list.
I've got it's Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, rockhall.com. I got Depeche Mode, Doobie Brothers, Judas Priest, or 3 I've got going in. That's me. I don't know where you're at. Motorhead, maybe. Not sure. I think you're right. Maybe he gets in because of the death. I'm not sure. Next on the list, 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor, 9 Inch Nails.
The Homer has already spoke his piece on this one.
But look, I'm throwing the votes there. That's another band that I don't want to say ushered in, but helped build
Industrial music.
Industrial music. 9 Inch Nails. I mean, just
There would be nobody like. There would be no bands like Marilyn Manson if there were no Nine Inch Nails.
and Marilyn Manson was on his record label. He produced and helped write them fucking early albums.
Yeah.
You know?
So here goes another one.
And what about all the Grammy nominated movie fucking sound scores he's done?
Well, if we're going by soundtracks.
So are you
and movie
bringing in
scoring,
body
are
of work now? Is what you're
Because
Well,
if
it
you
is
bring
9 Inch Nails.
If you're bringing in body of work, then
Ariana,
I want
what's yours?
in Oingo Boingo.
Boingo, boingo. Okay.
Oingo Boingo should be in the Hall of Fame.
Next on
There are 5 of us.
Oingo Boingo should be in the Hall of Fame.
Next on the list is the Notorious B.I.G.
Now that's another one, right? Is that really rock and roll?
That's rap.
That's rap.
That's
right?
rap. That's
not rock and roll.
Notorious B.I.G.
I mean, I like Notorious. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Notorious.
I don't think I put him in this class.
same with the next one, Rufus. And
Rufus
Chocolate
featuring Chaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
Chaka
I
Khan.
put Rufus in.
You
Shaka
would?
Khan, let me rock you, Shaka Khan.
Now here's the whole.
I
thing.
like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm like
You're judging everything by one track. I feel for you, which is a
What do
Prince
you mean?
track that they just covered.
Yep.
But if you really
No.
look at what Rufus did,
no, I like Rufus. Don't get me wrong.
the amount of funk that man produced
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
just mind-boggling.
But I'm still going through this whole rock and roll versus music Hall of Fame thing in my head. So it's actually the music.
There is
Hall of
no
Fame.
music Hall of Fame. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, because it's rock and
So
roll.
it's all rock and roll.
Everything's rock and roll.
Everything's rock.
I mean, Buddy
So
Holly.
then why
rock and
doesn't
roll.
Whitney Houston fit?
Well, I mean, technically, these are at this point. Whitney's got to be the questionable. Why isn't she already in? If this list is a multi-genre list,
Well, I
and
think
why haven't we expanded the categories on the allowances? Because there's other names on this list that I'm looking at now that I'm looking at it that I'm like, yeah, but they should already be in too,
Well, you gotta
according
remember-
to how this list seems to be working.
the qualifications for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, 25 years in the industry from the time you dropped your first album.
MC5.
Yeah. See, I think MC5.
That's what. That's alone. I stand on that alone. When you talk about all, like, fuck Biggie at this point, when you're like MC5.
Yeah. See, I think MC5 should be in.
Like,
I think
if we're
in
gonna
there-
quantify this list appropriately, like MC5 should be in. Notorious shouldn't even be on a list with MC5.
Yeah. Yeah. I MC5 is in my vote, without a doubt.
I think, but here's the whole thing. I think you have to put Biggie in, and I think Biggie gets in the class. Not a Biggie fan.
Do you Biggie and Pac at the same time, and there's no Pac on this list?
Tupac should.
One Pac, one nut. Excuse me.
Tupac should go in next year, I think.
Tupac's one nut. Right? Wasn't he shot in the balls?
Was he?
Yeah, he was shot in the balls and lost a testicle.
Well, I mean, he was shot 9 times.
9 times.
But the punks didn't finish.
No, they certainly didn't kick out the
Thank you for
jams.
dropping the lyric. You literally dropped the lyric.
I think MC5 should be in. I mean, kick out the jams.
Here-
I mean, who hasn't covered that fucking song?
Here's the whole thing. MC5 should be in.
Yeah.
MC5 won't get in because not enough people know their legacy.
See, that's the sad part of it. That's why they're probably on the list and not.
That's why bands like Black Flag will never get in.
Oh, yeah.
New Rollins, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
He was better with them than on his own, obviously.
he was much better with them.
Oh,
than-
yeah. Well, shit, everything he did after he quit music was better than what he did when he was just Henry Rollins.
True. Very true. Except for the track he did with Tool. That was really good when he did his spoken word poem. Todd Rundgren.
Ooh, I'm torn with Todd Rundgren.
I-
I'm really torn with Todd Rundgren.
Would he be your number 5, or is he just not quite there yet?
He absolutely has enough hits that he should go in, and he's one of the most influential producers
in all of rock and roll.
That is true.
I mean, he has produced everybody.
So does he get producer credit? And does that give him the bump to go? Does he go in as a producer? Is that where he fits the niche of allowing qualification?
I don't know. But here's the whole thing. His music just was bad.
That's why I like the NFL Hall of Fame votes, because at least then you get to like kind of sort through the categories of where they stand.
And Utopia.
Yeah. I mean,
Hello, It's Me
Hello,
is
It's
probably
Me.
the best song he did.
I saw the light.
Springer hit a 3-run home run. Astros lead 3-1.
I'm sorry, you flashed up Utopia on that one, and I was like, I just thought about Sam Adams just did their new Utopus.
Yeah, bottled them.
Yeah, they just did their bottling of their 2019 Utopus, and it's $250 a bottle.
Yeah.
$36 an ounce.
Yeah, something like that.
But look at how long it took Ringo Starr to get in here as a solo artist. Look at
He was horrible as a solo artist.
really, because he had more number ones than any other Beatle.
He only had
other than
number
Paul McCartney
because
as
he
a
was a
solo
Beatle. Because
No.
he was a Beatle. Everybody.
No.
No,
Ringo-
if that was the case, then Paul would have more because he was a Beatle.
Yeah. You know,
What did
and
you
Paul
want?
technically has more number ones post Beatles.
Yes.
But a lot of them are with Wings. So as a solo artist, Ringo has that distinction.
Right.
Paul McCartney's greatest music was Wings.
Well, yeah, the
In my
industry felt so.
Yeah, in my opinion, I was a big Wings fan.
The stuff that he's been
I hated
doing
the Beatles, though.
90s and beyond.
It's not bad.
No, it's brilliant.
yeah.
I mean, songs like Beautiful Night are
Yeah.
one of the best songs. But the stuff he did with the Beatles was great too.
I honestly think most of what you're hearing since he's been by himself is paperwork that he kept from John.
Yeah,
It's shit that him and John may have sat down and wrote, and I think it's secret paperwork he's kept away from Ono all this time.
Yeah, I was a John Lennon fan. I was not a Beatles fan. I wasn't allowed to be a Beatles fan. I grew up in a Rolling Stones house.
Yeah.
Right. So my mother,
Your house was wrong.
my mother would
Your mom was
introduce me to. No, it was my father. My mother would introduce me to a lot of other bands. I mean, I can name bands that. Poco for one. I fucking love that band.
Okay.
They were
Cast my
dynamite.
vote.
Oh, you cast your vote. Good.
Who'd you vote?
What 5 did I
Yeah,
pick?
yeah.
Pat Benatar, Dave Matthews, Depeche Mode, 9 Inch Nails, Soundgarden.
Oh, see, we didn't get there yet.
Google.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Soundgarden.
it-
You just dropped a new name on the list.
Hall of Fame. It comes up right on Google. All the voting's being done through Google.
And I'm sorry, the very last name on the list I think actually beats Soundgarden, but
Soundgarden's the next one on the list.
Hey,
we want to
will it
talk
break
about.
this computer if I install fucking
Install what? Chrome's on it already.
No, if Chrome is on this thing, I'll be shocked.
It's got on right on the desktop. Chrome's on every machine. Soundgarden,
Yeah, I don't think so.
too early. I mean, I like the band. I'm a
yeah,
big
it's too early.
fan.
I think it's more of a posthumous gesture, and I think it needs to back up a little bit.
Oh, I don't have it, but if I had a gong, I'd bang it. T-Rex.
Oh,
Bang a gong.
but that's one
Bang
song.
the gong.
They
It
had-
is.
Oh,
They only had one song.
it's one song. You can't let him in for one song.
Nope. You do not get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for being a one-hit wonder.
And Dexy's Midnight Runners get in there.
We're not allowed to play that song. Come on, Eileen.
Yep.
We got shut down and banned.
Chumbawamba
Chu-
gets to go in.
Oh,
But I'll get up again. Last on the list. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but Thin Lizzy.
that's why I say Thin Lizzy. For me, they would get in before Soundgarden,
Yeah, I'll give you that.
like hands down.
Thin Lizzy,
Or did we talk about Kraftwerk?
yeah, no, we said Kraftwerk.
You got to control the slider.
There you go. Are we allowed to play this one?
Probably not.
All right.
I mean, what's Thin Lizzy's claim to fame? Whiskey in a Jar,
Pretty much.
right? Which is a cover, or excuse me, a traditional Irish ballad. You know we're gonna get in trouble for playing this. You just know it.
30 seconds.
I mean,
Yeah, I
okay,
was going to
well,
say you
they-
kept it
no.
within the guidelines. Actually, we might be clear on free use.
Their biggest song ever was "The Boys Are Back in Town."
Who? Thin Lizzy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's their biggest song. Boys
It's
Are
their
Back
only
in Town.
song ever, isn't it?
No, Whiskey in a Jar.
I like the fact John looked forward. He was like, "Who?
Who?
Thin? Yeah.
I mean,
It's like he missed it, but he had caught it and already had it ready to reload by the time he answered himself.
I don't. It's such a weak. It's a weak class, in my opinion. There you go. You know, for my entire life, I thought this was Bad Company.
Mahomes out of the game.
Of course.
Yeah, that ankle. If
The ankle.
anything, if anything was going to happen in the in
Iron Maiden, not in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Nope.
Monkeys, not in the Hall of Fame.
No.
I'm just going through a list. 9 Inch Nails will get in this year.
Yep.
Pantera,
Yo, they're
Not-
saying knee injury.
the Pixies,
Yeah, knee injury.
not in the Hall of Fame.
Pixies?
Pixies should be.
Yeah, the
Jethro
Pixies
Tull-
definitely should be.
Jethro Tull is not in the Hall of Fame.
Should be
That's
in there.
ridiculous.
I saw him live. It was one of the
That's
best
fucking ridiculous.
fucking concerts I've ever seen in my life.
The Cure,
Yeah, they.
not in the Hall
Yeah,
of
they
Fame.
deserve it.
That's amazing.
Borderline.
No.
No, there's no borderline on that.
Just
Borderline.
Just for that
Hold on,
album.
Tina Turner.
If
She's
Tina
in with Ike and Tina, though, right?
She's in with Ike and Tina, but
Right.
not solo.
Not solo.
The
And
Smiths are not in.
I believe that Tina should go in way before Whitney gets the nod. If this is a quantification, I have to clarify. There's something wrong with the voting going on here.
Whether or not being there's no.
But they should
niche.
be. I could forgive Allison Chains not being in there.
eventually.
Ozzy Osbourne is not there as a solo artist.
Oh
No,
yeah,
but-
but that's because he was only just recently
Yeah.
discovered by Post Malone.
Motley Crue is not in there. Scorpions are not in there.
Don't deserve it. You can rock me all you
Ba-da-da.
can, or a
Rock
fucking-
me like a hurricane.
Don't-
Anthrax is not on it.
That's kind of amazing. Like you get Anthrax and then give me Anvil followed right behind that.
Wait, who's the band that's been
Smashing
around forever that created speed metal? That puts on probably one of the best pyro shows ever.
Oh, making me draw a blank. I hate. when you do
And
that to me.
they're doing literally their farewell tour, and the guy who is the lead singer for said band is like an astrophysicist.
Armageddon?
No,
No.
they're a German
Who?
band.
A
Du
German
hast
band?
Du Hast. Whoever
Oh, that's
whoever sings Du Hast.
Du hast mich. You got to remember though, a lot of the voting was for all the early acts from the
Mhm.
60s and 50s, and shit like that.
But here's the whole thing. There's a lot of bands. It took Chicago a full decade to get in.
And fucking Bob Seger's in.
Yeah.
Not that he's not good, trust me, but as you're mentioning lists and names of
Rammstein.
bands,
Is Rammstein in?
no,
Rammstein shouldn't be in. They're I don't think they don't qualify as time, do they?
no, I don't think so. I mean, Cat Stevens is in, well deserved,
Cats,
Rammstein.
but Phil Oakes is not.
right?
Phil Oakes should be in. How do you
Is
not?
Hall and Oates in?
Hall and Oates is in.
So it's Cheap Trick,
Hall and Oates and Cheap Trick are in.
2016.
So
Cheap
whenever
Trick.
somebody tells me
Is
that,
John Holland?
I can't go for that.
So wait a minute.
whenever somebody
Wait,
tells
is Fogarty's in, right?
But Paul is not.
Yeah.
CCR is in.
Oh,
I
that
know
makes
that.
no sense.
me, yeah,
Sorry.
or the monkeys.
Fogarty's got to be in.
What is it with you and the monkeys, man? You
Hold
like,
on, the monkeys
You
have
like
more.
in love with the monkeys or what?
If you look at this list of 20 bands we just looked at, or
Yeah.
16 bands we just looked at, the monkeys had more number 1 hits than all of them combined.
That's because back then they counted airplay as a fucking nickel in the Nickelodeon.
I was gonna say, are you sure that the Milli Vanilli of the '70s deserves?
Girl, you know
Milli
it's
Vanilli
true.
of the 70s.
Here's what I'm going to tell you. If
Rammstein is 1994 to 2019. That's 25 years.
No, that gets
Oh
him-
wow, that just edges
Yep.
them in.
Oop.
But compared with some of the names on the list, I mean, if we're saying Soundgarden's too soon, then we're probably still gonna say Rammstein's too soon.
Yeah, Rammstein's too soon, and I don't know if their body of work carries them through the voting process. I don't know.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see Dragon Force on this list in like 15 years.
Yeah, it's going to take that long. There'd be a lot of other bands. I mean, they put I guess,
Dude, they actually did the They did the TwitchCon closing ceremonies this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, they did.
Any boy bands in? NSYNC, Backstreet Boys.
No,
No.
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, you want to go boy band? Maybe you're talking Little Anthony and the Imperials. Maybe.
The Four Tops.
I think the Four Tops are in.
All right, there's a boy band. They're in.
Yeah.
Jackson 5.
I mean, NWA's in. That's a boy band.
All right. Yep. These are multiple qualifiers.
I mean, Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh yeah, P Funk. That's no, that's not a boy band.
No, that's right. There was a chick in there.
No,
One.
there was there were several.
I mean, Paul McCartney's in. That's
Is Sting in?
yes, I believe Sting is in.
You too?
You too. They went in, right? Because they played RS. Hold on, I'm getting there. Of course, they don't give you. Can I just fucking? No, that's categories. I can't just drop it down that way. The Beatles. I mean the. Hold on, it's not the U2. It's U2, and
Shit, the list I have is by fucking year, not by alphabet.
if you could just go to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's alphabetical.
Is it?
Yeah.
I can't get this fucking computer to go to rock.
Rockhall.com.
Yeah, Rock Hall. U2's in 2005.
In excess.
No.
How do you spell that?
INXS.
right? No.
Van Halen.
There's 330 bands in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Van Halen is one of them. Introduced in 2007. Introduced. I'm sorry.
Oh, let's check what the standings look like. All right, so Pat's in, Doobie's in, Soundgarden's in, Depeche is in, and Judas is in, if you count the top 5 according to the official leaderboard currently.
And here is the eligibility. Shame Jim's not here. He walked out.
Who?
I said Jim.
No, who was it?
Oh God, the 5 MCs are at the bottom of the list.
Yeah, right. Artists, a group encompassing performers, composers, and/or musicians, become eligible for induction 25 years after the release of their first commercial recording. Besides demonstrating unquestionable music excellence and talent, inductees will have a significant impact on the development, evolution, and preservation of rock and roll. That's your
rock and roll, though. See, this is the quantification that needs recognition. Are we calling at this point all music rock and roll?
Well, since there is no music hall of
Can
fame,
you go into the list and pull up just all
what? What do you want? All bands?
All 300 and however many people are in.
Yeah, it's page by page.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get a list of 25?
Yeah.
Can you scan that first sheet of 25? I don't need a complete rundown, but can you give me anybody who's not quote unquote rock and roll?
ABBA.
That's rock and roll.
Yeah, ABBA's rock.
Al Green.
Al Green is not rock.
Okay.
Aretha Franklin.
No, also not rock.
No, rock and roll.
BB King.
She was like that fusion.
Okay, no, yeah, all right. So Aretha and BB both. Aretha and BB both go into the rock category, though.
It was that bridge.
Yeah, there was that 50s bridge that you get 50s, 60s bridge that they're allotted for what was going on at that.
Bill Haley from Bill Haley in the Comets. A lot of the ones on the first page are not bands.
Not band, but do they personify?
No, I'm saying they're not bands. They're
rock and roll.
They're not musicians. They're in there because they were the greatest producer, or they were the person behind the band who had 60 fucking bands, shit like that. Bo Diddley.
Is that Carolina's Matt Moore?
Yeah,
Former quarterback Matt Moore?
Yeah, I believe so. That's
of the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, and he's leading them to a victory right now.
I was like, is this what I'm honestly seeing going on here?
Can't believe that they're going to win this fucking game now. I don't know who's not rock and roll. Bon Jovi.
Rock and roll.
Buddy Guy. I guess that's Carl Perkins. Carl Perkins. Well, I guess.
I don't know. We're starting to make allowances and folds for bands. So
country in it because country has its own Hall of Fame.
So does that mean Charlie Pride's not on this list?
I'm trying to go through here. I mean, okay, Dire Straits, Don Kirshner was a great fucking producer, so of course he needs to be in there. Dr. John, is that rock and roll? Donna Summers.
Still, nobody's found my thing about
Is
Donna.
Donna Summers rock and roll or is she pop?
Want to love you, baby.
Is there a pop rock Hall of Fame?
Disco is derived from rock and roll.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
They haven't.
I think
See,
with-
rock and roll is.
if you look at all this,
but rock
just
and roll
blow
is
it out.
constituted by the amount of pieces in a band. So if you have a guitarist, a bass player, and a drummer, it's rock and roll.
Yeah, but
but
but it
electronic-
wasn't rock considered a derivative of like blues
Yeah.
and soul music prior to that? And
And watch Nine Inch Nails, and they have a drummer, they have a bass player,
But only
they have
on
a
tour.
guitarist, they have a guitarist, and they have
but
keyboards
but
and
on-
synthesizers,
but only
and all
on
that.
tour. When they go into the studio, it's one guy.
yeah,
Because can play everything.
yeah.
On computers.
Because he can play
It's
everything. and
electronic
he can create
music.
a beat.
I don't know, who else is on here that might not be? I mean, I would say Heart, but you'll all argue that that's rock and roll, and it's fucking horrible.
Heart is rock and roll.
Isaac Hayes,
Yeah, he's rock.
He's rock.
Jackie Wilson,
Under the same category, yes.
Jackson 5.
Based on what we've allowed so far, yes.
See, I'm going to argue with the Aretha Franklin thing. That's the Queen of Soul.
Well,
and
yeah,
it's not
but
rock.
that's exactly what I'm saying though. We already started bending the twig way early.
Yeah, James Brown, not rock and roll. I don't see that.
Who the fuck is that?
James Taylor, folk.
Folk rock though.
Rock.
Okay, I'm not going to argue it. I'm just throwing the names out there.
I know, but that's what I'm saying though. We start to make the concessions, and that's why we have.
So far, you've not dropped anyone who is a Justin Bieber on me, who
No.
I'm going to sit here and go, no, that's pop.
No,
Mo Osteen.
Or Biggie Smalls and say, "Oh, that's rap."
Linda Ronstadt's in.
Have you found any rappers yet?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
he's got Run DMC and
Yeah, but Run DMC did the whole Run DMC
No, it's-
Aerosmith
yeah, but that's one song.
crossover
yeah,
thing.
but that's us. That's a song, and we've already denied the other single song entry, even though single song entry is ranked higher.
Madonna.
Some of her stuff, yes.
Michael Jackson.
No, I say no on Madonna, and
You got to say, yeah, Michael Jackson.
I don't. Why? Why do I have
Nope.
to say yeah, Michael? Give me a rock and roll song.
Thriller.
No.
No, not rock and roll. NWA.
No.
Nat King Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? You're like reading the whole list. Aren't you?
I'm going through it. Yeah, Parliament Funkadelic.
I'm like, wait.
No, P Funk is a funk
I
band.
like
Period.
And funk and
But that's what I'm saying. We started making concessions at what we consider a rock and roll band, and this at some point should lose the moniker of rock and roll.
Prince.
Yes.
Yeah, Prince is a rock star. Period.
Public Enemy.
Never. Not for 1 millisecond.
rap.
REM, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Beastie Boys in there?
Yes. Roxy.
Beastie Boys made concessions to kind of rock themselves.
Run DMC.
Yes and
So
no.
did they. They made concessions to rock.
My Adidas. Not rock and roll. Sorry. One song doesn't constitute them.
You know
as a
what?
rock
You know
and
what you
roll.
don't see in here? Seriously, what you don't see in here?
Yeah.
Like I get it, art rock and roll versus country, right? But there's a lot of like crossover fucking songs and groups,
Rockabilly.
right? But I'm looking through this list. I don't see one.
And Jim was wrong.
Artist.
The Cure was inducted last year in the Rock and Roll Hall of
I
Fame.
thought The Cure was in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last year, yeah.
You don't see one artist on this list that was like a. There's no country in this at all.
No.
No, because country
So-
has the CMAs and their own Country Music Hall of Fame
Yeah.
in Nashville.
Yep.
Okay, so, but if a rock group sings country or a country group sings rock,
Well, one of the crazy
There's no
things is when
crossover?
you get to an individual, and this is where you're going to get a lot of
That
gray.
means Old Town Road will eventually end up in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Is that what you're telling me?
Here, I'll give you one. I'll give you one act that is going to, and maybe you'll get your first individual who might broach both Hall of Fames, and that's Zach Brown.
Yeah.
Zach Brown. Yes, he comes from country roots, but if you go listen to his album,
I don't think they put him in country.
I think they'll put him in country.
I don't think they'll put him in country. I think he's too rock.
Yeah, he gets classified as country.
Well, no, he's fusion.
He's country fusion. That's their way of maybe sliding by on it, but they don't. Yeah, he's too rock.
You know, some of these bands.
Zach Brown band
isn't in, right?
No, Zach Brown.
Like Fish is going to be one of those. Can you classify them and put them in?
No.
Is Grateful Dead
No.
in? Is the Dead in?
I don't know.
The Dead should be in if they're not.
I don't think so.
I was going to say
they fit every single criteria of what you read before of what they look for inducting.
I was going to say you only know Fish because of Grateful Dead.
You only know Dave Matthews Band because of Fish,
right?
And you don't know Widespread Panic because of Fish and the Grateful Dead, and you don't know Tea Leaf Green and Humphreys McGee and all these other jam and Mo and all these other jam bands that exist.
He's got a point.
You don't know any of these if it wasn't for the Dead who put Fish on the map and Fish who put everyone else on the map, because it was the jam band scene of the early to late 90s, early 2000s, and it created a whole genre of music all of its own. G Love and Special Sauce.
G Love and Special Sauce.
We know that's the band you used to be a part of there, John G. It was John G, Love, and the Special Sauce.
I got my sauce.
I do want
no, he got the sauce.
I do want to make a complaint on this. If you go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, rockhall.com, right there on their homepage is the induction class. Okay, the nominees. There's a band missing off their list. MC5 is not there.
MC5's on their list.
Not on the homepage. Right there. Pat Benatar, Dave Matthews, Depeche Mode, the Doobie Brothers, Whitney Houston, Judas Priest, Kraftwerk, Motorhead, Nine Inch Nails, Notorious B.I.G., Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, Todd Rundgren,
Soundgarden, you know why?
T-Rex, and Thin Lizzy.
You know why?
No MC5. Is it covered up?
It's covered up by that thing, because if you look, it would be a perfect 10, right? Or it would be a perfect list.
I've got everywhere I keep looking at. I'm at rockhall.com 2020 nominees. The gold banner across the top, it's got them right below Kraftwerk, and then if I scroll down, congratulations to all 16 nominees. They are right below Kraftwerk, above Motorhead in the list that's there.
And on what I'm looking at right now, I have like a commercial that covers up just below Kraftwerk.
They're right there.
Yep.
I don't.
It's an image.
Yeah,
because I just clicked the image, and right below Kraftwerk is MC5.
Yeah, I don't have that on my screen.
Where'd my new tab go?
It's literally there. You go.
There it is. It's covered up by their text. Someone don't know how to program on their own fucking website.
Well, that's interesting because, like I said, you're seeing that, but I am not seeing.
It's their HTML over the image that they're running HTML.
Browser size, responsive programming.
It doesn't matter. I made it smaller, and it's still. I can make it as small as I want.
Hey, Web.
Yeah.
Image come to your phone, and then if I scroll down,
make it smaller. You're right.
If I scroll down, they're in that list too. So
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think could you get 5 out of that and vote, John? Yeah.
Out of these? Oh yeah. All right. Yeah,
I
would
did.
definitely vote on 5.
I just did.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, there's like
thin pickings.
No, there's like 3, maybe 4 that are like definites to me.
Who's your definites?
Pat Benatar, Dave Matthews, Doobie Brothers, Judas Priest, Motorhead.
There's your 5. You can't go any more than that. John?
No, I was definitely like I'm definitely like Doobie Brothers, Priest, 9 Inch Nails, and that's where I kind of like
Motorhead. You got to throw Motorhead.
Motorhead's really good too. Yeah, Motorhead. But then the fifth one, it's like
Benatar.
I like Benatar.
I am sorry. There's one big failure seeming to go on this list. And eligible in 1991 has been nominated 5 times. They were nominated in 2003, 2017, 18, 19, and 20. How the fuck is the MC5 still not in?
All right. Yeah.
And according to their web programming, they're still doing them a disservice because I made my browser as small as possible, and I still can't see them.
Oh, I made it smaller and I can see it.
Let's fuck them guys
Nope.
and hide them behind.
I am
the
as
thing.
small as I can possibly go.
Let's fuck them guys and hide it behind the picture.
No, the only nominee on this list that has more nominations than is not in is Kraftwerk. And they were only eligible since
So
'95.
out of all these people on the list, like how many times has Benatar been nominated?
I think this is her first nomination. I'm not sure.
Benatar only nominated 2020. Dave only 2020. The Doobie Brothers only 2020. Whitney only 2020. Motorhead only 2020. Biggie only 2020. Soundgarden only 2020. T-Rex only 2020. And Thin Lizzy only 2020.
All right. Biggest snubs. Ready? Bands that are not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That should be.
Oh, man.
We played it
Remember
coming
that-
back. We played it coming back from commercial break. Where are the B-52s?
Yeah.
Where are the B-52s?
By the way, speaking B-52s, 8-Bit Joe
Yeah, just saw them. They just
and
toured.
and his wife
Yeah.
got to be press and cover down in Asbury. The
Sing song. Yeah,
see
sing,
here,
see here, surf. See
here, see.
Yeah, see here, surf.
Dave played, B-52s played, like 20 something
Yeah,
bands
they
over the
just
course
played.
of 2
Yeah,
days.
yeah, they're actually on tour.
He saw B-52s.
Yeah, fucking great band.
And shot me a text message. I'm like, oh shit, B-52s. That must be a great show. He's like, nope.
It's not the same without Kate. I'm sorry.
And he's like,
It's not the
they have literally
Lost
just
it.
completely lost it.
Joy Division New Order, not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, became eligible in 2004. Cool in the Gang.
Mm.
It's Cool in the Gang. I mean,
Eligible.
1995.
I was going to say it's 95, 96 eligibility, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I mean,
Fats Domino.
I mean, Judas has been eligible since 99, and it's weird to think that they've only been nominated in 18 and 20.
I mean, not for anything, but Cool in the Gang has been sampled in one of the most popular and probably the greatest rap song ever by DJ Cool. Let Me Clear My Throat.
God damn.
The horns in that. I mean, that's Hollywood swinging from Cool in the Gang. Come on. Go. How about the Go-Go's? I think they should be in. Jim mentioned the Pixies before. They're not in.
As long as my all-time favorites.
If you're gonna start with the rap
Who's
shit,
your all-time
where's the
favorite?
Tribe Called Quest?
It may not be popular.
When is Tribe's eligibility?
Like,
2015.
John wants to get lost on the world.
They would be eligible in 2015.
Yep. So
Okay,
you
yeah, that's kind of disappointing.
That one's not in there?
No, Zeppelin's in there.
Zeppelin's in
So
there.
Zeppelin.
How about?
So as long as they're in, I'm good.
So we talked about you said bands that weren't rock and roll, and we threw out a lot of bands that or people that you considered rock and roll,
right?
Even though like Aretha Franklin. I don't
But there's
think
a
so.
lot of people.
No, we've started admitting to making
about Barry White?
concessions, though.
Where's Barry White?
Yeah, really.
Where's Barry? 1999, he was eligible. Where's Barry White?
And he's not even on a list. In
What one
20.
does
Are
it-
the Neville brothers in?
No. Iron Maiden, not in the Hall of Fame. Those are some of the biggest snubs in my opinion.
Wait, no Maiden, no Neville Brothers.
No, no Neville Brothers. I don't know if the Neville Brothers would.
They're probably gonna go in on that country route with like Charlie Pride.
So when when you were talking about categories before,
Yeah.
and if you do a drop down where it says category, it's performers,
Right.
early influencers, the I can't pronounce this, Emmett Ertegun Award,
Right. That's the the
award for music excellence,
Yeah.
sideman and non-performer.
Non-performers are your record producers,
There's-
like Don was. I
Right.
mean, I don't think he's in there either.
Well, that's where we're looking at
He's
Todd.
not.
We're looking at Todd Rundgren on that one
Phil
too when we
Spector-
talk about
rapist.
non-performers.
Yes.
But he's being considered in the performers category.
Is Spector a bona fide rapist?
Yeah, isn't he?
Oh yeah, straight up bona fide. Like
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he's the Bill Cosby of the music industry.
Is he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went to prison for that one. Yeah.
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 He's in prison still, isn't he?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's still there.
And didn't he kill his wife?
Yes, that's what he's actually in prison for. But
That's what he's in prison for. Yeah, for killing his wife after he raped her or skull fucked her, whatever the case may be.
He munged her.
Yeah, he's still in?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, they had to take him out. Come on.
Nah.
I don't know.
No, once you're in, you're in.
Nah, you somebody else.
Well, yeah, that's.
I
what the
thought
law-
we were talking about prison. So.
1980, non-performer. Yep, still in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But then, OJ's not in the
You're a dirtbag.
NFL Hall of Fame anymore, and they took his Heisman away from
Yeah,
him.
but wait a minute. Was Phil in before he got
Oh, yeah,
arrested?
yeah,
Or
sure.
was
Yeah,
he-
1989.
1989.
Yeah, so he was in before he got arrested.
Yeah.
So they didn't take it away. See, OJ never got in.
No, he was in, and they
Yeah.
took it away.
Yeah,
Did they?
OJ was in
Oh,
with the Heisman.
Isn't yeah? And OJ's what, the only Buffalo Bill in the fucking Hall of Fame?
And he was never
If I'm not
convicted,
mistaken?
right? He
No,
was-
no, hey, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
That's right.
Glove don't fit, you must have quit. All right, let's
So
go.
that's why he's on Twitter.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, you pick. You can pick one.
Are we rolling or are
Pick
we
what?
wrapping?
No,
What are we doing?
we finish this up here, and then we
Alright.
can break. And but yeah, if you go to the categories and you look at non-performers, is it? Oh, you fucker.
Sideman.
Yeah, I don't understand the sideman. I mean, a lot of the
Isn't that
non-performers.
got something to do with?
I mean, Barry Gordy Jr.'s in here, Billy Graham, Clive Davis, Chris Blackwell, David Geffen, excuse me, Dick Clark. There's a lot of people in here that.
Floyd Kramer.
Yeah, who was Floyd Kramer?
Isn't that Elvis? Isn't that one of Elvis's boys?
That might have been, yeah. That might have been. George Martin's in here. I mean, these guys deserve it. Jerry Wexler, Jim Stewart. They all were big influences or started record companies that fucking hundreds of bands that had number one hits. I mean, there's Otis Blackwell.
Guys that had the eye for talent.
Yeah, exactly. And that those are deserving because you wouldn't have had these bands without them, period. What the fuck are sidemen? I'd like to know what that category is. It's Chet Atkins. Hey, was he? Oh, okay.
Floyd Kramer is a self-taught, one-of-a-kind style. Made him the most sought-after session pianist in Nashville.
Pianist.
He's a pianist in Nashville. One of his most notable is Elvis's Heartbreak Hotel.
So that makes him a country music guy, huh?
That
Do you
might be my
consider
that might be my
Elvis
closest.
country.
Is Elvis in the Hall
Yeah,
of Fame?
absolutely.
Of course he is.
Come on.
He'd be at the top of that list if he wasn't.
Yeah, so is Elvis Costello. Well, why is Elvis Costello in?
Over Jethro Tull.
Is it worthy?
Are you not Tull fans at all, or
Jethro Tull, I saw him live.
Yeah,
It was a fucking dynamite show.
Yeah.
I begged my mother to come with me. Ma, you gotta come. You gotta come see Jethro Tull. This is your.
Hey, is Arlo Guthrie in here? Because if Arlo Guthrie's not in here, I quit.
All I heard was I begged my mom to come on me. That's.
I don't even know how to spell his name.
I just started laughing at that point. I never heard anything after that.
Thanks. I appreciate it. What are you fucking Raj all of a sudden?
Nope,
Woody
nope,
Guthrie-
no,
no.
no.
Woody
Guthrie's in?
Woody Guthrie's in. No Arlo, but Woody is in.
You can get anything.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, when does the voting end? It's
Like I said, I told you already. According to the official fan vote leaderboard, it's Pat, Doobie, Garden, Pesh, Priest.
where are you seeing that?
You go
These
scroll
artists-
all the way down to the bottom and
these
look at the
artists-
results page, like
these
the
artists-
leaderboard page. Followed by Dave, Whitney, Nin, Motor, Lizzie, Biggie, Rugrid, T-Rex, Kraft, Rufus, MC5. I'm still disappointed by the MC5. Still, out of all of this, like when you look at the list logically, how is MC5 still not in? Like, how do you continuously get nominated but just not make the cut?
Yeah. How many? So, how many of these are actually? Because I mean, it's still the 1,000 people in the music industry get the voting ballot.
Yeah, because the fan vote really only ends up casting as one vote.
That's what I was curious. How many? I mean, I know they're allowing you to vote for 5, but how many out of that get in? Is it just one?
Traditionally, the fan vote only counts as one vote.
I'm not even seeing that answer to that question there, but
I mean, every hall that we've ever talked about on this show, the fan vote is normally only one entry.
yeah, that's true. That is true.
And that only gets them into being able to be voted on by the pros.
And I don't see the update. I just keep getting to the vote page, and that's it. And which it takes me to fucking Google search.
All right, let's bounce.
Yeah. Yes. What time is it? Yeah, I definitely want to wrap up. I've been up since 11 o'clock this morning. Oh, it's true.
Okay.
But I didn't go to bed till 5 a.m.
Okay.
It was a long night of drinking.
And you got to go close another bar, right?
And I'm probably closing another bar tonight, although I don't know. I haven't gotten the text update yet. And I still haven't, so I don't know what's going on, but I'll drop that text to find out. But yeah, I would love to actually sleep
Okay.
in a non-drunken stupor.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
There's way too many fireballs last night.
You don't get to make those kind of decisions.
So, but you can make this decision.
I partied with Snug Bunny all night till 5 in the morning.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah. What decision do I get to make?
Good night, Gracie.
My father used to say that to me all the time.
Good night, Gracie.
How dare you do
Or
that? No, we're out. We're out.
Okay.
We're out. Kidding me? If I don't hit an energy drink, I'm going to be screwed. I'll be sleeping in the car.
All right. Well, then.
All right. Hey,
close us
how
out.
fun. 8-Bit Bros. John, thank you for coming and hanging out.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Always appreciate it. Music Talk is always a fun thing.
Yes.
Go vote. Go cast your vote. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Make your rock the vote, as MTV would say. Make your voice matter.
Hey, don't forget, where are we at next Thursday? Next Thursday night.
Next Thursday
Tierney's
night.
Pub.
Tierney's Pub.
Right. Make sure you get that out there.
Yeah,
We
well,
need you. We need this support.
I built a page for it on Facebook and did what I needed to do there.
Did you?
Yeah, I put
You
out
built
a
a page
Yeah,
for
I
it?
put out an event. I even added New Media Comedy Studios and Tierney's Tavern as an administrator of it. So, because I'm good like that. Next Thursday, that's the late edition. Tierney's Tavern, Montclair, New Jersey. Night of Comedy, brought to you by New Media Comedy Studios, hosted by the 8-Bit Bros. What did Jim say? Everybody who shows up gets a copy of a CD?
And you don't have to pay the cover, but you got to drink the minimum.
Right. And if you mention New Media Comedy Studios and or the 8-Bit Bros, there'll be no cover charge.
But
And anybody,
drink the minimum.
you got to drink the minimum, and which is one drink. And if you're an 8-Bit Bro fan, you show up, I will cover that minimum. We will cover that minimum. You go fuck yourself, friend. Looking around like that. It's coming out of my pocket anyway, so shut up. It's still
Yeah,
us.
Whatever. All right, 8-Bit Bros. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're out of here.
Late.